As runners, we all challenge ourselves in ways we never thought possible, pushing the boundaries of what we're capable of to smash through targets and set ourselves new, bigger and better ones.
This awesome hobby that we share gives us one thing in common, and it brings us together as a community. Whether you're working towards completing your first parkrun or you're a veteran of the sport who's run 100 ultra marathons, we all know the feeling of reaching that maxed out effort and our own red line.
Welcome to our podcast, where your hosts Brett Elesmore and Andy Maguire discuss the struggles, the successes and everything in between on our running journeys, as we all work towards the next time we're running the red line. Hello and welcome to episode 91 of Running the Red Line. I am your host Brett, and I am joined as always by my co-host Andy. And how are you this week, mate?
Yeah, all right, thanks. Apart from it's been a bit of a sad week in the Maguire household. Oh. We're one little pet lighter this week and forevermore.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah, so on Sunday night we are basically, because Laura and I live with Laura's mom, and Laura's mom's got two cats, and one of them was sadly knocked over on Sunday night, and it was, to be fair, pretty traumatic. Yeah. I didn't think it would be as bad as it was. Not that I really ever thought it wouldn't be bad, but it wasn't very, very nice. But the only thing that we can sort of take a little bit of, I don't know, comfort from is that we don't think she suffered at all. We think she was just, knocked clean out really. So yeah, poor little Willow.
You were saying you didn't think she ventured as far as she did where she was knocked over.
No, because there's two cats, and the one of them is a frequent comer and goer of up and down the drive, but Willow was she was just obviously a master of disguise, because she obviously would go out, but we just didn't ever see her go out. She'd only ever go out at night, we think, or when it was dark.
Yeah.
And so it was really 2025 the way that we found out, because I looked just before I went to bed. I'm on the village notice board Facebook members thing. And someone had said that they'd seen a tabby cat, and they just put them to one side on the road because they found them on the road. Oh. And really, really thankful to that person. That obviously must have been cat, or at least, animal people to have done that. But yeah, so it's just really, really sad, and poor little Wills. So, but her parting gift was, which I'm sure you'll like, was to get me doing some S&C, because we planted a tree for her at the bottom of the garden. So I had to dig a big hole, and couldn't move the day after. But yeah, it's incredibly sad. But
well, it's like losing a member of the family, isn't it? Pets aren't just animals that live with you; they are part of the family fully.
Yeah, it's difficult to compute as well, because I've had, like most people, like you and everyone listen. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people listen to the podcast would have had pets throughout their life, and I've never experienced a pet or an animal dying before they've met their sort of natural end, if you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. Like, I've never almost had an animal sort of taken from you, if you know what I mean. And it's that was the worst part, really, is just when you've got a dog or a cat that's knocking on, and they're getting on, I don't know, a cat that's going on towards 20 or something like that, you almost know one day soon it's probably going to happen. But yeah, the worst bit is when they're in the prime of their life, and then you just read it on Facebook that game over for them. It's pretty it's pretty shocking, really. So so apart from that, life carries on and all that sort of stuff, but yeah.
See, that's one of the reasons I've made, well, not made, but kept my cats as house cats, and they've never gone out. They've gone out into the back garden on a lead before, but other than that, they've never actually gone out of the house. They've always been inside.
So they don't sort of know. They don't yearn to go outside because
no.
They go to the toilet inside, and they don't need to go out. I guess, yeah.
No, and but what I actually said to them when I got home tonight, because it was so cold out, I looked at them both cozy on the sofa, sleeping away, and I went, "You two don't know how good you've got it."
Yeah.
All the other cats in the street, out in the freezing cold, in the rain, and there they are, just tucked up nice and warm in the house.
Nice and warm, snug as a bug in a rug. Oh, God bless them. Are they around tonight? Are we going to hear any meows?
I don't know. Misa's currently giving herself a wash behind me on the chair, and Boba's somewhere around the house, so he could arrive at any point.
I'm sure there'll be some meows. There's always meows on this podcast.
Yeah. There was a celebration, though, also in the pet world for you this week.
Yeah. It was Daisy's birthday. Well, Gotcha Day yesterday. So it's her third year with us. We still don't know how old she is. She might be about 15. We don't know. But we've had her 3 years to yesterday. And,
which is crazy when you think about it. Because I remember when you told me that you were going to get a dog.
Well, we got the call. Do you remember when I did the Amsterdam Marathon? And I went to, we did like a little mini road trip. We went to see my sister in France, did that race, that Metz 10K. And then we went over to, where did we go next? Dusseldorf, I think we went to. And then a place in Belgium, went to a couple of places like Ghent and stuff. But we got the call in the hotel room in Amsterdam. They said, by the way, you're getting a dog next week or something like that. No, that's it. They said, you're getting a dog next week. And Laura was on holiday with her family. And I said, well, and they were like, no, you both need to be there because the dog needs to know she's coming into a house with two people. And if you come back from holiday 2 weeks later, she might not let you in. And I was like, well, I could bring a photo of Laura. Would that work? They were like, no. They just didn't have a sense of humour about it.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like that. But yeah, we've had a what is it, December the 4th? And our crazy little, she came on, no joke, she came like an Amazon package. She came in a van. I mean, her journey over from Spain, because she's a Spanish street dog, must have been horrendous, horrific, because she was, well, it would have taken 3 days at least, I would have thought. And I remember them getting out the van, they'd signed a bit of paperwork, and I could hear cats meowing, I could hear parrots, I could hear dogs barking. It was like the Animal Man turning up, in your birthday party when you were 8. And there was all these like animals in the van, and then Daisy came around the corner, and we were expecting this big 15-kilo dog, and she turned up and she was 5 kilos, and she's about the size of Willow. She was about the size of a little cat, and we were like, "Oh, okay, this is going to be easy then." No.
Yeah.
She's like a bullet around the house she hasn't ever stopped. But 3 very happy years.
Yeah.
With our Daisy.
Brilliant. Good. Anything else exciting happened this week?
Well, I've been doing a lot of running, but no, not really. Relatively run-of-the-mill week, I think. I've avoided Worcester like the plague because it's the Victorian Market weekend this weekend.
Oh, okay, right.
And Worcester just turns into like Lower Manhattan. Trying to get in and out is a nightmare. And I parked in Worcester today and I realised it was fair day. Luckily, I was on the outskirts, so I didn't have to get back into the traffic. But last year, Laura thought, I'll go in at 10 o'clock, on a Friday morning. I'll just go in for an hour. She took her mom. She tried to get out. Do you know Copenhagen Street, behind the college?
Yeah.
Behind the Worcester Tech. She couldn't get... It was like the Great North Run. She couldn't get out of her parking space because that car park is one car wide. So there's cars trying to get in and out, and it was gridlock. So she went in for 10 o'clock. She didn't get home till about 3:30. So yeah, we avoid Worcester this weekend. But
Yeah, I don't blame you.
But anyway, how are you? How have you? Have you had a good weekend?
All
A
right,
good week,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, it's been all right. Busy, but also, do you know when you're busy and you're constantly doing things, and then at the end of the week you go, "What have I actually achieved this week?" And you're not sure. You've done lots of stuff, but you've not quite finished any jobs fully. You've done bits and bobs of lots of different jobs. So yeah, I've had one of those weeks. And yeah, it's the run up to Christmas now, isn't it? So like we've got 2 more weeks at college. So next week and the week after, and then we'll be breaking up for Christmas. But
so since your surgery, have you started to take on more print jobs? Have you taken on? Are you back up to where you were?
I'm not quite back to where I was. But I am, I'm taking more and more stuff on now. So I'm actually doing stuff, but I'm trying to find some time because I really need to do a sort out in the shop because I've just got piles of stuff everywhere that has just built up over the last couple of years, and I've been meaning to have a big tidy up. But then
when you were going to say I've just got piles, and then just stop talking.
I mean, I've been trying to find some time to just do it, but then something pops up or somebody asks you to do something and you just have to put that on the back burner. So hopefully over Christmas, I'll be able to do a big, huge sort out and get rid of a load of stuff and actually have some room to swing a cat in there. But
fancy, are you going machine or, new toy shopping anytime soon to get any new stuff?
I've got everything on it. I just need to get some new like consumables like inks and a couple of things really that are getting really low. But machinery and equipment wise, I've got to a point where I've got most of the stuff I need. So, I mean, there's always stuff you look at and go, "Oh, that'd be nice to have that, wouldn't it?" But everything in the print world is so expensive to get decent stuff that it's one of those where you go, "Well, I can probably do without that. I don't need it." So, there's no point in spending all that money on something. Because the other thing, like when you're running a business, you got to think of it with the fact that yes, you might have the money to buy the equipment, but then how long and how many jobs do you have to do to make that money back that you've spent on it? And how quickly will it become profitable? And if it's an expensive machine, like I'd really like an embroidery machine. I'd love to have an embroidery machine so I can do embroidery in-house as well. But like the embroidery machine I was looking at for one head, so it can only do one piece, let's say one hat or one piece of clothing at the top at the same time, was 10 grand. And I was like,
what?
So I was like, I've got to do a lot of embroidery to make that 10 grand back before you even start making any money out of it. So it's it's a big ask.
You'll have to sell a few hoodies.
Yeah, just a few. But it'd be nice to have it. But I know people local who do embroidery already, so I can outsource it and stuff. So yeah. But it is something that I tend to try and steer away from as well, because I know I can't do it in-house, and I like being able to do everything that I'm sending to the customers. I like having the control over the quality of things, but when you're outsourcing, you have no control over that, and when it comes back, it's just to the way the person who has done it rather than to how you'd want to quality control it in-house. So
because like with your Obi-Wan stuff, you, for example, put your own tags in there, don't you? You put your own.
Yeah.
And you hand stitch them or machine stitch them or
like Labels in t-shirts, I tend to print those because I'm not a massive fan of labels in the back of your neck rubbing against your neck constantly.
Yeah.
So
agreed.
I normally print into the back of the t-shirt like all the washing instructions and the size and details and stuff. But yeah, I've got a sewing machine so I can sew labels and patches and things like that, but it's just like the actual embroidery of embroidering a pattern or a design that I can't do. So
I wore my Obi-Wan reflective beanie on
Oh.
a nighttime road run last night.
Excellent.
And I think I just look like a floating head running through Malvern because I got Laura to turn all the lights off just to prove a point because she said it doesn't look reflective. I was like, right, turn the lights off, point that torch at me. And I was literally just like a glowing beacon running around the kitchen. Can you see me now? Can you see me now? Trying to hide behind the sofa. Yeah, I can still see you.
Brilliant. Love it.
So yeah, it is good old stuff, the Obi-Wan stuff.
Talking of reflective beanies. Yeah.
Look at that bad boy! Oh, that's mega.
So
that's very, very good.
We have some merch on the way, and on the back of the patch, we have
baby,
our logos inside on the patch. But yeah, running the red line reflective beanies. They are white with a reflective stitch that goes through them, so they'll work exactly the same as the Obi-Wan ones, but they will be white with our running the red line.
That's amazing.
Branding on. Also,
can I ask you a technical question? How do you wear it? Do you wear it off center with the label at the back in the middle of the head, or do you wear it so the logo is facing forward, so the label is off center?
Yeah. So I always tend to do them off to one side because I don't know.
I can't believe I'm asking you how to wear a hat.
I don't know what it is, but I always find it a bit weird when a patch is smack bang in the middle. So I always do it offset. So on the beanies themselves, like the seam is right down the middle when they're folded in half. So the back seam normally goes down the back of your head. So that will be slightly off center on the side of your head. But yeah, so those are all done and ready. There is also a run of running the red line mugs. So what me and Andy drink from each week, there will be a stack of these available to buy very soon. And then we are
dishwasher safe as well, I must add.
Oh, do you dishwash yours? Have you got a dishwasher?
Yeah, of course I have. The dishwasher is the greatest invention known to mankind.
I've got two dishwashers. That's one. That's the other.
Oh, right. I'm thinking to say the cats. Just lick everything clean.
Yeah, just leave everything out on the side. They lick it all. No, I just hand wash everything. Don't worry about a dishwasher.
You must have to have a hand. You must have to have like a skincare routine for your hands.
Oh no, my hands are ruined anyway.
Yeah, going into that hot water, they must be. Must be like a guitarist's third finger on the left hand. Yeah.
No, yeah, my hands from working in chemicals and bits and bobs all the time. My hands have been ruined for years. They're constantly either dry and like flaky, or they've got splits in them. So I've currently at the moment on the end of my thumb, I've got a split down like past where my nail is, right on the end of the thumb. So when you're grabbing things or trying to pinch things, it just pinches it and opens up the split, which is lovely.
Have you got any feelings in your hands? Or just like no feelings at all?
I didn't have any feelings today up at my shop, I tell you that much, man. Cleaning some screens.
There's no heating in your
unit, is there? In the back where I do all my screens and stuff. So I was cleaning some screens with the jet wash today, and it's just freezing out there. It might as well not have any walls. It's colder in there than it is outside. But yeah, it's one of those, isn't it? And then, yeah, I'm being stingy and not turning the heating on in my actual shop, so I was sat at my computer shivering. But
fair enough. I think I'd do the same, to be honest.
Yeah,
put another jumper on.
Yeah, exactly. There's enough jumpers in there. I can just take my pick. But yeah, so the beanies are done, the mugs are done, the t-shirts, running tees are on their way. They are very close.
I've seen those in design, in production.
Yeah, and then we might have a couple more things, hopefully, if I can get them sorted over the next couple of days. So, and also I've been cutting stickers today, ready to print them. So we'll also have stickers.
Stickers, yes, wicked, amazing.
So yeah, merch is very much on its way very soon. I'm hoping that it will all go live at some point next week. I was hoping Monday, but with cross country tomorrow, I don't think I'll be home in time to be able to do anything, which then only leaves Sunday to get everything sorted. So if I can, Monday, if not, some point in the week, but I'm sure we will let everybody know across socials that merch is being dropped.
I wonder if we should do a little competition. You can win something.
Oh, go on then.
We need to put I can't really think of anything now, but a competition, and you can have, I would say a t-shirt, and you can't have a t-shirt, that's too expensive. You can have a mug. You're going to buy a t-shirt if you want a t-shirt. But yeah, we should think about a competition that people can enter and win before the end of Christmas to win a mug.
Yes.
We'll
a mug and a few extras. I'll throw a few extras in there.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you might get some stickers. Do you like stickers?
I tell you what, you show me a man who doesn't like a sticker, and I'll show you a liar.
Yeah, stickers are just fun, aren't they?
Everybody loves stickers.
Yeah. You've had a few people tag you on it online, haven't they? About their stickers. Freddie,
I have, yes.
Sam,
Freddie
light it up.
Today,
yeah. They've been sticking their stickers everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's something I like to include in every order. So I always make a load of stickers, and then whenever anybody orders something, I just throw some stickers in there, just to sweeten the deal.
You know, when you go to, like, I don't know, some European city or something, and you go into the toilet and there's all like stickers from some local or some like football teams ultras, and you'll see like you know, I don't know, Villa lads on tour or something like that, or you'll see like, I don't know, Bayern Munich ultras. I love the idea of an Obi-Wan brand in the middle of all these football ultra, in the middle of all these big hardcore head cases. You get the Obi-Wan brand in there.
Yeah, we'll have to when we send out the running the red line stickers. We'll have to do a thing where people show us the craziest place they've stuck a running the red line sticker.
Yes, that's good. Where's the furthest around the world from Obi-Wan HQ we can get a sticker? That would be good, wouldn't it? Come on, Amelia. You know you want a sticker. We'll get one in Australia. We've got any listeners in New Zealand? I think we have, haven't we?
Mm.
So is New Zealand technically further than
I don't know,
Australia?
That's a good question.
I think that would probably be the furthest place away from the UK, New Zealand. Surely.
Where is the furthest place away from? Do we say England or do we say from here?
Just say from Redditch, yeah.
From Redditch. Yeah, it's saying. I hate it that now Google, the first thing that pops up on Google is an AI overview. I hate that.
You really can't get on board with AI, can you? You're
I
not
can't.
a fan.
No, I can't.
And you'll never be a fan, will you?
No. I don't know what it is. It just really winds me up the wrong way. But it's saying on there that it's the South Pacific Ocean near New Zealand.
Okay. So to any of our Kiwi listeners, we're looking at you. Can you get us to the South Pacific somewhere? Can you get us on Vanuatu? That's always a good one for on a Scrabble board. Vanuatu. Although, can you have Vanuatu? 'Cause it's a place. Probably not. I'm talking to myself here. Sorry.
So it's saying here, furthest from Redditch, which city, at least 500,000 inhabitants, is furthest away, and what is the distance from Redditch? And it's saying the furthest.
Wellington.
But remember, it's got to have at least 500,000 inhabitants for
Auckland.
it to be. So city.
Sydney.
Yeah.
Sidders.
Yeah. Sydney is 17,054 kilometers away, and Melbourne is 16,996 kilometers away.
Interessante.
Yeah.
What's the one of the big Aussie marathons? Is it the Goldie? Is that the one that
the Gold Coast?
Like yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to do the Gold Coast. I've watched that a few times.
What is it about that marathon? Is it just because it's by the sea, or is it a big fast field? Or
most of it is up and down the Gold Coast, so it's right next to the sea.
Yeah.
And it does basically an out and back along the sea, and it just looks incredible.
Well, just massive numbers and like
loads of people. Just the views look incredible. It looks nice and flat. It doesn't look like there's many hills at all. It's
well,
it looks a good one.
I've been watching Run to Japan a lot, Jake Parkrun.
Yes.
I wonder if, like, let's just say for the Japanese, I wonder if they travel somewhere like Australia quite often to run
do.
big
and the
fast
Australians
marathons.
go to Japan to do all the Japanese marathons as well.
Right. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. Do you know what? I'm so enamoured by that guy. I'd say I've been watching him the most out of anybody at the moment, Run to Japan. And I know what he says is a bit like David Goggins. You shouldn't really take it literally, but I just really like the message behind of what he does. He just runs all the time, and he's just got really fast.
Yeah. Did you see his last one where he was like, "Oh, I think I might have an injury. Oh, my calf's playing up. So to test it, I'm going to go and run a marathon."
That's my kind of guy. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, most of us would take a week off, not Jake.
No.
But maybe we should start there then, because it's Valencia. It's Valencia marathon this weekend.
It is 2 days away.
And Jake's going to be there. So
Yes. Oh, actually, I was saying this to you before the pod, wasn't I? A little bit of controversy, however you want to say it. Are you a controversy or a controversy person?
I quite like the word controversy. The pronunciation controversy. Just it sounds more aggressive to me. Controversy.
Yeah.
Controversy. Yeah, controversy. Carry on.
Well, Trackstar on Instagram, which, if I remember rightly, used to be Alfie Manthorpe's Instagram like thing that he started up.
Yeah.
And I think he sold it recently. Who was it who bought it?
Was it
it was Run Through. Yeah, Run Through bought Trackstar off Alfie Manthorpe. There was Alfie Manthorpe and another guy. I can't remember who the other guy was. But anyway, so Run Through now own Trackstar, and they've put up Valencia Marathon male and female elite previews on their Instagram.
Yeah.
And it's got top 10 leading entries. So like the fastest top 10 that have entered. So possibly who could win it. So at the top, we've got Sisse Lema from Ethiopia, who has got a PB of 2:01:48. Second is John Correa from Kenya with 2:02:44. He is the guy who won Boston, but he had to pull out of. What did he pull out of recently? Was it New York he pulled out of? Quite possibly. But he DNF'd, so he's now having another go at Valencia. Tesfaye Deriba from Ethiopia is third. Hilary Kipkoech, fourth. Stephen Kisser is fifth. So it's got the top 10 of elite, but then it goes through and says, like, there's 203 male elite athletes. 36 of them are sub 210. There's 38 marathon debuts, 38 countries represented. The most represented country is Great Britain. And it goes through all of this. And then it goes through by alphabetical order, leading entries from each country. Yep. So it's got like Algeria, Argentina, it's got Australia. And by the way, Brett Robinson is running it from Australia, who was the previous marathon record holder with 2:07:31. And then at Valencia last year, Andy, what's his last name? Why is his name just dropped out of my head? Andy Buchanan beat Brett Robinson's Australian record at Valencia last year, and they were both going to Valencia this year, but Andy Buchanan has got an injury, so I think he had a stress reaction in his leg, so he's now pulled out. So Brett Robinson is going over there to try and get his
revenge.
Yeah, and his Australian record back, but also running is Tom DeCanto, who came second Australian in Sydney this year, and Haftu Strintos is there also, who was first Australian in Sydney this year. So it should be quite a good Australian run. There's some real good Australian ladies going as well. But yeah, so anyway, on this Trackstar thing, it's saying from all the different countries and everything. And then it gets to the Great British elite entries. And I think, how many have they put down? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So like 20, there's probably 25 here, at least, different people that they've put down from Great Britain. And I was reading down it and I was like, where's Jake Barraclough?
Just reading the comments.
Where's Dan Nash? And neither Dan Nash nor Jake Barraclough have been put in as GBR elite entries. Bearing in mind, it goes all the way down to Nick Bester is the last one they've put in with 2:19:45. And I'm pretty sure Dan Nash has run like 2:12, I think, maybe even faster. And I think Jake Barraclough's run 2:14. So why aren't they on the elite entries? And then I saw on Jake Barraclough's Instagram earlier, he put on his story a screenshot of this and tagged Dan Nash saying, "What do we think about the emissions? Just looks like I've got a hit list now," which is quite good. But that's crazy that they've put loads of people on there, but missed those two people out.
Yeah, I'm just looking through his Instagram now. Do you know what I love again about Jake Barraclough, right? This is him to a T. You know, most people would do a marathon meetup shakeout at 9 o'clock Saturday morning the day before. His one is on Monday morning. So he's saying, come and meet me. He's like, the best way to shake a marathon out of your legs is to get back on the horse. So I don't know if anyone's going to go to that meetup, but I'd love to be a fly on the wall to see a bunch of like wounded marathoners dragging themselves around the park in Valencia.
Yeah.
But
I've just looked on the comments of that Trackstar post as well, and there's 12 comments, and I'd say 10 of them are all saying, why isn't Ran to Japan on this list? And then there's a couple saying, you're doing Dan Nash a big disservice here, are you not?
And if it's in the comment after that, they said he's going to beat most people on this list.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because they're both aiming for sub 210. So,
yeah. There's also talk of, what do you think about this? I don't think it's going to happen, but people have said Alex Yee could win the whole thing. Now, I don't think that's going to happen because at a push, he's probably in 205 shape. That's at a push.
On his, do you know his Koros predictions and stuff? Apparently, his Koros marathon prediction is 205 for Alex Yee. But if you're going up against Cissé Lemmer, who's got a 201 PB, and John Correa, who's got 202, that's a big old chunk. At that top end, 3 minutes is like a lifetime.
Yeah, I think you're going to be lucky to get in the top 10 with a 205, aren't you? Probably. I would have thought there'll be some fast times.
Yeah. Well, the top 10 leading entries, the last one is Suguru Asako from Japan with 205.29 as his PB. Yeah. So 205 is 10th fastest.
Yeah, and it probably won't be that fast on the day because I've read that temperatures are like last year. But that's what happens. You go run a marathon in Spain. What do you think is going to happen? It's going to be quite warm, as I'm going to find out in Seville. So there's no point me moaning about it. But apparently temperatures are going to be up to about 23 to 25 for anyone doing 4, 5, maybe 6 hours out there. And that's what it was like for me last year. It's like I can't explain it. It gets rapidly warm. It's singlet weather. Like it's not. You don't need a coat in the morning when it's dark and you're queuing, to get queue for the toilet and stuff. But it's nippy. It's quite cold. Mm. But I can't explain it. It's like all of a sudden you're like, how did this happen? Why does it feel like summertime back home after halfway through? Yeah. But if you're only running 2 hours 2:20, you'll be done by 9 o'clock. Well, 10:30, 11, sorry, because you'll be starting about 9, won't you? Yeah. So,
I tell you who is running his marathon debut, like proper marathon debut, though, is Tom Evans, which is the ultra runner who won.
Is he there?
Yeah, he's doing road marathon.
That's interesting because he won the UTMB 100 mile.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
And he's an Asics runner now? He's not Adidas anymore, is he?
No, he's Asics now.
Be interested to see what he can do out there.
Yeah.
Because it's a very, very different sport, isn't it?
Yeah.
But do you remember when I don't know if you... Well, I know he's maybe a slightly different distance, Jim Walmsley. I think he normally does 50 to 100 Ks. But in the 50K, I think this is right. I think to win the 50K... I think he did a 15-minute 5K. Was that? No, it can't be that fast. I think it's about a 16-minute 5K at the end of his 50K to win the race. So those boys and the girls, they can all shift.
Yeah.
They can move.
Well, I reckon Tom Evans is looking at around 210 with his fitness.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I would have said 220, but wow. Yeah, that would be a phenomenal result if he can do 210 on the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that is very interesting.
Yeah. So we shall see. But you saying about Asics, have you listened to the Road to Valencia series that Dan Nash's podcast has been doing?
Yeah, not every single episode, but I've heard a few.
Yeah. Yeah, so I've been listening to it along each week, and on the latest episode, so like with 1 week to go, Dan Nash did some testing on the treadmill at Run Wales.
Yeah.
To try out some different shoes, so he could find out what he was going to use as race day shoes. And the reason he managed to do it on like with Run Wales is they or Welsh Athletics. I can't remember which one it was, but they'd got a new sponsor. Well, their kit sponsor is Joma. I don't know if you've ever heard of them.
I've heard of Joma. Yeah.
Well, Joma have just developed a new super shoe, and
No.
and they wanted Dan to try it out to see what he thought of them and whether he recommended them. So he got on the treadmill and did some testing of that Joma super shoe. He also tried out the Puma Fast R3 and then the Asics Tokyo Edge, Tokyo Sky, and the Meta Ray. And the Fast R3 came out as most efficient. But he said because of the load they put on his calves, he wouldn't be able to use those as a marathon shoe. So they definitely aren't his marathon shoe. The next one, the next best was the, I think it was the Sky Tokyo. And he said the difference between the Puma over the marathon distance would be the equivalent of about a second per K. So it was quite close. And then he said the next best ones were the Edge and the Ray. And he said they were both very similar and would probably put an extra, I don't know, second and a half, 2 seconds per K. So it's still quite good. And then the Joma, which is apparently a super shoe, he said were 6 to 7 seconds a K slower.
Wow.
So apparently he went back to him and said, I wouldn't recommend this super shoe because it's not really that super. But yeah.
It's quite a lot, isn't it? Especially at his pace.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, over a marathon, you got 42K and you're losing 6 seconds a K.
It's what, 2-3 minutes, isn't it? But what does, that's not going to be Joma. It's not going to really set the world on fire, is it? But you never know. Maybe I'm being brandist.
Yeah.
There.
I suppose we thought that about Kiprun, didn't we? And then look at all the results they're having.
Really? What results are they having?
Well, Jimmy Gressier is a Kiprun athlete.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. And George and Charlie Wheeler, the British guys, they're Kiprun athletes. Who is Abby Donnelly a Kiprun athlete as well?
Fair enough.
So,
right.
Yeah, they're having some really good results. And their super shoes that they're bringing out, people are like saying they're pretty good.
Yeah, because they're probably only about £100, aren't they? Maybe a bit more, don't know. But they're on the cheaper end, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
But they're... we need to get some leanings, don't we, in for testing. I think Mac, the friend of the podcast.
Yes. Both him and Andy Rayner have got them.
Yeah.
They both say good things about them as well.
Yeah. I would be really tempted to... But I don't know where Mac got them from. Did he get them from AliExpress?
Yeah, that's the only place you can buy them.
I thought that website was like a wholesaler. So you had to buy, 20 pairs.
Yeah.
Maybe he has.
Most things they are, because the things that you're buying are a penny or 2 pence each. So you can't just buy one. You have to buy a bulk. But when it's trainers, because it's a bit more expensive. Yeah. But they're still not that expensive, are they?
I think he picked them up for about 70 quid, didn't he? 60, 70 quid. So, because I think what have they got? They've got the Challenger. And there's another word. I can't remember what it is.
Is it something horse or something like that?
I can't remember. But
they've got one. I can find out.
One is the race shoe, and one is the, the daily training, the sucking endorphin speed, or the Evo SL version.
Yeah.
But it's just such a funny word, isn't it? Leaning. Yeah, I'd give them a spin. I'd give them a try.
The Red Hair 8 Pro is the ones that Max bought.
Red Hair 8. So they're the ones that are the sort of daily shoe.
Yeah, but they're still a racing shoe, apparently, to leaning.
Right.
Yeah, so you've got the Challenger and the Red Hair 8.
Interessante.
Where were we before we went off topic? Valencia.
Probably, yes.
Valencia and Jake Barraclough and Dan Nash. That's where we got to.
Yeah. So, yeah, interesting to see what time will win it, because it looks like it's going to be a fairly warm one. And that normally does slow the elites, slows everybody down, doesn't speed many people up, does it? But looks like it's going to be about 23 degrees, so same as last year. So I would have thought 201 to 203 will win it. It will still be a really fast race, but I don't think any world records will fall, will they?
No. Isn't it Valencia as well that put up like $1 million or something like that if you break the world record?
Yeah, apparently so. Or is it if you go sub 2? Or maybe it's the world record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to break the world record, you more or less got to go sub 2, haven't you? It's only like 35 seconds over 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. But, shall we wish a few people good luck that we know that are doing it?
Definitely.
You probably won't be listening to this before the marathon, but if you are, very good luck to you. So we know Matt Southam, who's carrying a bit of an injury. It looks like he's got an injury this week.
Ah, no.
So he said during his last few days...
Taper troubles.
But I think this is not just paranoia. He looks like he can't put any weight on one of his feet, and he said he's just going to be happy to get round now. I think he said he wanted 250, but now his dreams of beating that are sort of gone. He would need to seriously ignore that pain for a long time.
Yeah.
To do that. So yeah, best of luck, Matt, and I hope you get round in one piece.
Yeah, best of luck,
Remember,
mate.
health is wealth. I hope you're okay. And best of luck to you. We know Beardy Rich and Mark Mystery Burton that are going out there. So best of luck to you two lads. I hope it goes well for you. And looking forward to hearing. We need to get Beardy Rich on the podcast one day, don't we?
Yeah, we do, definitely.
Because the world needs to hear about his more about Beardy Rich. So yeah, best of luck to you boys. They're flying out tomorrow morning, which reminds me, I've still got a flight. I could go tomorrow.
Oh, did you not cancel your flight?
No, because I couldn't transfer it, so I just left it live. So I've got a flight from Birmingham tomorrow morning at 6:00. So. Shall I just go to Valencia with nowhere to stay? Sorry, Beardy Rich. Can I sleep on your floor?
Yeah. Although you've packed your spikes, so you might not be able to go anywhere.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll be able to get back in time for cross country. But yeah, so best of luck to Rich and Mark.
Best of luck, guys.
We know Chloe, don't we? Who's going to be one to watch. And I think a lot of us are excited to see how she does.
Debut.
Yeah, so best of luck to you, Chloe. Will Ford. Will is. I think he would like to go under 3. We all would, wouldn't we? But I whether or not that's where he's setting his sights, I'm not sure. I think last year he ran a faster time than me. I think he ran somewhere between 3:18 and 3:10. I can't remember quite where he ran. So I wonder if his sights are around about a sub 3 marathon for this one. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, best of luck to you, Will.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? Do you know anyone else that's going out there? I know someone called Linda and Gary that are going out. So good luck to you guys.
Not off the top of my head. I'll probably get off here and go, oh yeah, there's so and so and so and so and so and so, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah. Well, best if we haven't mentioned you, then so we haven't written anybody down. So sorry if we haven't mentioned you, but absolutely best of luck. I hope it goes well. Remember, probably pointless me saying this now because you've already run the race, but you hit that blue carpet and you've got 400 to go, and it's a brilliant last 400 as well because you've got a downhill ramp. And then you've basically got a springboard. It's like one massive super shoe underneath your super shoe for 400 meters. It's like you're running on this like podium sort of thing. It's difficult to explain.
Yeah, it's a raised floor, isn't it? Is it cobbles underneath? Is that why they've done it?
Yeah, there are cobbly sections within that 400 because you get the blue 400 meters to go down the ramp, and then it stops for a brief moment, and then it carries on, and the board is very, very. It's like a sprung dance floor. It's like running in Blackpool Tower Ballroom. So yeah. But yeah, so I'm gutted to be not doing it this year. But in hindsight, for me, and I'm sure for you, right decision because I don't feel anywhere near ready to go and give it my best shot.
No, definitely not. I mean, the furthest I've run is 11.5 miles. So. Yeah, nowhere near where I would need to be. I was thinking about this earlier. We can go into this a bit more later when we talk about races coming up. But do you know, with your predictions and stuff,
yes,
what you Strava thinks you're going to do, what would Strava think I could go and run a marathon in right now? Where are they? Where are your predictions? There they are. 3:23:25. It says I would run a marathon in right now.
Is that Koros or Strava?
That's Strava.
I wonder what mine is. 3:23. I think mine's come down last few days. How do you look at it again on your homepage, isn't it? Here we go.
I've
got it. So 5K says
actually don't say your 5K yet because I want to chat about the other predictions in a minute. Just what's your marathon prediction at the moment?
Marathon's 3:08:46.
Whoa, yes.
So I don't know where it's getting these numbers from, but 3:08:46. Wow. And I'm still 10 weeks away from Seville. It's going to say like 2:20 by the time I get to Seville, isn't it?
Amazing. You'd be happy with that though, wouldn't you? 3:08.
I'd be over the moon, yeah. Well, I was thinking a little bit about this. I've already started to think slightly about Seville tactics. And I think I'm going to... I know this is not what you want to hear, but I don't think I'm going to risk it for a biscuit. I think I'm going to play it slightly safe. Because it would have been nearly 7-8 months, nearly a year since I've run a marathon, so I don't know how it's going to feel at that pace for that long. But I think I'm going to do what I did for Valencia last year, but a bit quicker. So I'm going to do my first 5K, just slightly off the pace, and then I'm going to kick into it. I'm going to go down to marathon pace and see what I've got towards the end. Because I just don't want to get to 35K and feel like cross-country, how I'm going to feel tomorrow. I want to feel in control for as long as I can. Because we all know that, a half a mile to go, it could all go to pieces, can't it? So I just want to feel like I've got something in the tank, to kill. I don't want to get greedy, put it that way.
No, I understand, but wasn't it you?
I knew you wouldn't like this. Go on.
Wasn't it you who, for the last few races you've done, has said, "Oh yeah, we always talk about these negative splits and blah 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 blah."
Yeah.
But it's not nonsense. It's nonsense. Yeah, just go out hard. Just go out hard and do the race properly.
Well, I think for me and where my fitness is, I reckon I fluked my half marathon, my 1:29, but I'm finding it just about wingable or blaggable to do up to a half marathon. A marathon, I still don't think I've got enough fitness or strength to go out hard and hold on to kamikaze it.
I'm not saying go out hard at all. I'm saying I'm saying go out at target pace.
Yeah, I know. I remember from Valencia, pardon me, it was incredibly difficult to warm up. I don't know what it will be like in Seville. At Leeds, for example, we were like, not even like guinea pigs. We were like battery chickens in a pen. Once we got in, we couldn't move a muscle. I hope that doesn't happen at Seville because I do want to do a little bit of a walk. Well, at least a mile warm up, just to get me up to speed. So maybe that's where I could hope
that threw me slightly at London because my warm up for London was all of 50 meters from the bag drop, jogging across the field to the start line, and then setting off. So
that sounds not ideal. But speaking of London, quickly, where are we? 5th of December. You've got like 2 or 3 days until you find out, haven't you?
I think it's Monday that we find out Good for Age. I think that's what somebody's told us the date of the Good for Age is. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we will find out on Monday. Yeah, whether I'm in or not.
If you aren't, do you have a backup plan? Anything you want to do instead?
At this moment in time, but I think I will look for another spring marathon of some kind if I don't get into London.
You might have to go abroad.
I know.
Because Brighton sold out.
Yeah.
Manchester's obviously gone. What else does that leave? Leeds, you won't run a fast time at Leeds. Well, you might.
I don't know if I'd want to do Leeds.
Leeds. I don't really know what that leaves. Newport.
No, I don't think I could do Newport. Them 2 loops out in the countryside with no one around.
Yeah, but like conversations have been going that way. It does seem to be gathering a lot more traction, doesn't it, Newport?
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, there is.
People are flocking there in their droves to try and get a PB. So you could always think about it, couldn't you? Maybe consider it, but
that's something I've not even thought about because I've put all my eggs in one basket for London. But yeah, on Monday, that's when I'll actually take a moment and think about what's going on if I don't get in. So we'll see. But on Tuesday is the B&R draw.
Club ballot.
So I've got a second chance.
Oh, dude. I might quickly sign up to B&R.
Yeah, but there's 8 of us.
Second claim.
There's 8 of us in the draw for that. But I think 3 of us have all entered Good for Age. So if we get the places, it will drop down to 5. So we'll see. Yeah. But yeah, the reason I didn't want you to say the other predicted times is obviously next weekend we have both got a race.
Yes,
which is going to be very interesting because there's going to be a load of familiar faces there who are all going to be gunning for similar times. Yeah. So it's going to be a good old run and a good old race between everybody. But what I want to know is, has Strava got faith in you at the moment for where you want to be with the faster, shorter distances?
I would go as far as to say Strava is having a laugh. I think it's literally... So my Garmin says 40 minutes 17.
Okay.
Which is not far off, but I think I could run faster than that. Bearing in mind, I beat my half marathon half prediction when I ran my half. So I reckon I could beat it. Strava says 39:01.
Ooh, nice.
That's not going to happen. That's 3:54 a K.
So what's Strava saying your 5K prediction is at the moment?
19 flat.
Really? And then 39. Oh,
Yeah.
what did you say? 39.01.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very strange.
It should be more like 39.40, shouldn't it? 39.30.
The reason I'm saying it's very strange is, would you like to know what my Strava predictions are?
Yeah, go on.
So, my 5K Strava prediction at the moment is 18:13.
Wow.
I know. I was quite shocked by that as well.
Yeah.
But what do you reckon my 10K prediction is?
18.13 for the 5K, so let's double that and add a bit. I mean, you'd think it would say about 38.
39.57.
Oh. I think you could smash that.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is that's really odd, because it's saying your 5K prediction is slower than mine, but your 10K is way faster than mine.
Yeah. I don't know where these numbers are plucked from.
No, I don't either.
Is it like, if I were a track runner and I was, because obviously it's collating data from the data that I put into it. So if I was doing 200 meter reps and I wanted to, and I was a 1500 meter runner, would it say my 5K time was a lot faster because it thinks that I can run really fast over short distances?
Possibly. That might be it, actually, because I've done some quicker park runs, haven't I? But 10K, the only 10K I've done quicker is on cross country, which was a bit slower. So, yeah, that might be what it is. But
no, I think you ran well under 20, didn't you, the week before last?
Well, no, Saturday just gone, I did, yeah.
What did you do there?
19:07.
Yeah. So was that at a bit of a canter as well, or was that quite a hard effort?
I set off, and then I was running with Will, and me and Will were chatting, and I looked at my watch and went, "Why are we running this fast, Will?" And he went, "I don't know, I'm running with you." And I said, "No, I'm running with you." And we were both running too quick. And then he dropped off a bit, and I just got quicker and progressed and got quicker each mile. So that stands you in good stead for the 10K, doesn't it? Yeah, hopefully. So, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But it looks like it could be a good old ding dong between me and you. If your prediction
stop saying that. Don't say it won't be. No, because it's like cross country. You finished 4 minutes ahead of it cross country.
Yeah, but cross country is a different sport.
This ain't gonna. It's not gonna be any different. I'm hopefully gonna aim for 39.59. You'll be. I predict. Well, I wrote it down the other day. What did I write? Yeah. I might change it.
Well.
Might make mine faster.
I was going to say, don't say what your prediction is, but this was a question I was going to ask you as well. So right in front of me, stuck on the
I'm looking
on
at
the
yours
screen
as well.
in front of me, is my prediction for you. Now, from your training over the last couple of weeks since I made that prediction, should I change my prediction for you? And should it go faster or slower?
I think I can run under 40. I don't think it'll be much under 40 if I'm being honest with myself. I think that will be best case scenario 39.59. And I won't be disappointed if I'm in the 50s, at 40s.
Can you remember what you said about the marathon and your training block and what you needed to start doing? And it wouldn't happen unless you started doing this.
What? Believing?
Yeah, believing in yourself.
Yeah. But that is believing, because that would still be a massive PB. It would be a 40-second PB in a 10K, which is a lot.
Oh, come on.
If I run 39.50,
you turned
for
into
example,
Daffy Duck then. Fuckerin, fuckatash.
look at that. I actually have run some good sessions at club lately.
See?
And I'm going to have a bit of a cutback week next week to reduce the load as well.
You did 10 by a K, right?
8.
With not that... No, didn't you do 10 by a K the other week?
On Tuesday night, it was 8. It was 8.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I've never done 10 by a K. It was
I thought
8.
you did.
We
Okay.
did 6 by a mile the week before, 8 by a K yesterday.
Oh,
Tuesday.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's almost 10K of effort with short recoveries, and you got quicker across those Ks, and you reduced down to way under 4 minutes a K. So what's telling you from that session? What's telling your head that you can't easily get under 40 minutes?
The fact that I had 8 recoveries of 90 seconds.
Yeah, but it wasn't a race. It wasn't a race situation. You didn't have the adrenaline pumping. You didn't have loads of people with you going at that pace.
Yeah. By the way, that's one that I've got a question for anyone that's done Telford, including you. I don't know if you remember. Shall I lap manually? Are there K markers or is it mile markers?
I think there's mile markers.
Okay. And are there pacers? Will there be a big group of people trying to go for 40 surrounded by
I would have thought so.
Person?
In the wave we're in, yes. If you remember rightly, in wave 3 last year, because there was only 3 waves, wasn't there? There was wave 1, wave 2, and the wave 3 was the general, which I think is wave 4 now. But in wave 3, there was actual pacers wearing pacer bibs.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether there'll be any of those in wave 3, but don't know. Yeah. But there'll definitely be loads of people in that wave aiming for sub 40. Definitely.
Yeah. No, I know what you're getting at. Like, I'm not setting my sights far enough.
Yeah.
But I also don't want to get greedy.
Yeah, but you're also giving yourself the easy way out. Because you said, I'd still be happy if I got 40 something. No.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Of course I would.
No,
yes,
you
I would.
No,
if
you
I got
wouldn't.
40-31, that's a 1 second PB, I'll take a PB.
No,
it's just a number on my wrist.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
I would. I would.
No.
Stop telling me I wouldn't be happy. I would.
No, you wouldn't. The aim of the game is to go and get that sub 40. That is what the whole point of you entering that race, to go and do it. So it's okay to be disappointed and have a goal and say, if I didn't hit this goal, I'd be disappointed. That's okay to say that. And that is what you should be aiming for. Because if you haven't got that fire in your belly, that I would be disappointed if I didn't break 40, you aren't going to have it up here to push yourself to that level. You'll get 8K in and you'll look at your watch and go, I'm not quite on pace. Oh, never mind. 40 will do. Whereas if you've got in your head, I am breaking 40 today, and you get 8K in, you go, I am pushing these last 2K and I'm going to push myself to the limit here.
I would also counter by saying the signs aren't good, because I've run one 5K under 20 in a year since sub 20. I haven't done it for a long time, so I haven't felt the discomfort at that level.
Yeah,
for
but you've
time.
also upped your mileage and upped your training recently.
Yeah.
Yes, you haven't done an all-out 5K, but you've upped training and upped mileage.
But I don't know whether to go out with the pacer or get ahead of the pacer. Probably would try and sit just ahead of them. Because I don't know about you, but I hate running around pacers.
Mm-hmm. And me.
And at that pace as well, that's ankle clipping territory, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ankle clipping heaven at that pace. Like loads of bodies all together. Especially with that fast start downhill as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you need to do then. you need to get on the shoulder and get on the get behind the windbreak. The big man, Lee Neal.
Lee. I saw Lee Sunday. He's such a good
Yes.
lad. And he is the comeback kid, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's going for that 40 minutes. So,
but I think he'll fly. I think looking at the form he was in the other day, I think he might be closer to 37, 38. But low 38s, high 37s maybe. But of course he said he wants to break 40, but I think he'll smash that. But he could be someone to hang on to if I can. But I don't know what Lee's goals and targets are. You know, he might want to progress through it. He might want to go off easy. He won't.
Yeah.
He'll obviously go off.
Of course he won't.
No.
Of course he won't.
Do you know what I love about Lee?
He's a racing man.
No, that's what I love about Lee. He just loves it's like a metaphor, but he loves like a scrap. It might not even be a metaphor. I think he just likes to scrap. But do you know what I mean? He really likes racing dirty, racing hard, doesn't he? And he's done it several times, and he does it well. And he's like, you know, I've got his results here because at the Bumble Bimble last week, the trail race, he came fourth, and he ran really, really well. And so he might be someone good to try and hang on to. But then again, if he starts going too quick, I will drop back.
Yeah, but get out of your head the fact that, well, I'd be happy with 40. I'd be happy with 40 something. Get that out your head before next week.
There is one thing as well. I don't want to come last, which is a real possibility because our wave time is 41, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Ceiling.
You won't
41.
be last. You won't be last.
Yeah, but I ran 3-4 weeks ago, 40:32, which was a PB. No, that was probably more like six weeks ago. So I think I'm in arguably better shape than that. Yes, exactly. I've got more miles in my legs, so I'm going to sort of deload a bit next week and just not quite run as high mileage as I have this week and last week. But yeah, I think if the stars align, I think I could I will dip under 40. There you go. I will.
There you go. There you go. I'm going to run under 40. I'm telling you now.
Well, that's easy for you to say because you will. It's just science. You will.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily, but I will. I will not allow myself to run slower than that.
Well, so is there anything on the course to be aware of, by the way? Is there any tactical just
that tight corner at the bottom of the main straight. So you start off and it's that real fast downhill, and then you come round, go up that bit of a slope, and then you go across and it's pretty flat, but you go past that bit with like the amphitheatre bit, but I don't know whether that's in it because apparently there's some stuff going on there. So they were possibly making a new course which will be properly measured and everything. But you go through that bit and then it goes steep downhill for not like about 15 meters in length, but it's really steep. And then you get on that main straight and you go down and you just keep on going down round a cone. But that's the bit you really need to watch out, because round the cone, it's a narrow path as it is, and you've got everybody trying to get round the cone and get back up the other way. And it's quite muddy and slippy around there as well. So you've really got to watch what you're doing. I honestly think that last year when I turned that cone, I must have taken 2 or 3 steps before I actually started moving again because I was slipping on the mud.
No.
So don't go too wide on that and everything. And then it's basically slightly gradually up all the way to the finish. And then you go around and do it again.
So can you remind me as well, there's a 6 mile marker, isn't there? Because I think you miscalculated last year.
Yes,
How
I did,
long
yeah.
is there to go at point 2? That's about 400 to go. 0.2 of a mile.
Yeah, just under, yeah.
That's a long finish sprint, isn't it? So I don't know if I can... But start to think about putting your foot down when you get to 6 miles, yeah.
Yeah, because you think about it, it's 1,609 metres is a mile. So 0.1 of a mile is 160 metres. 0.2 of a mile is basically about 320 metres.
Yeah, okay.
So from that 6 mile, there's 320 metres to go.
Yeah. There's 2 bends and a straight. Well, no. 2 straights and a bend. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I am excited for it because no one goes to Telford really just to have a little jog and see, not see where they're at, but you know what I mean? Nobody really goes there to do a training run.
No.
Or
exactly.
I'll do the first 5K at this place and the second. Like I am going there for a PB and I obviously am going there for a sub 40 because I've got a feeling out of I could be really wrong about this. But out of the big 4, I keep calling them the big 4 milestones, I've got a feeling that sub 40 might be one of the hardest. But no, I think a sub 3 marathon is going to be the daddy, isn't it? That's going to be the real hard one.
Yeah.
But Beardy Rich was telling me about this last year. He said he did the half marathon under 90 and then he did the sub 40 within the same, season. So I wonder if it's the classic things that fall into line one after the next. So fingers crossed it will happen. But, by the way...
It will.
I wore my Alpha Fly version 1s.
Oh, yeah, you took them to training, didn't you?
They were so good. I think they're going to be my Telford shoe.
Oh, they are. I was going to say what shoe.
I think they're just so good at... they're just such a cruisy shoe at a good, solid pace. They don't do well when you slow down. So that's your incentive to keep that hammer dropped. And I ran quite well in them as well on Monday. And my feet just fit with the Alpha Fly shape and the style of my run. It sort of suits it. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for them.
So you're going for the 1s, you're not going to try the 3s out?
No, it's way too muddy. It's way too dirty. And they're way too clean. I might, I don't know, I might literally wear them for 5K and then put them on in Seville. I'm still not 100% sure I'm going to wear them for Seville. I've just got these shoes. They might stay in a box for a long time. But they're so clean. And every run I do at the moment is just filthy, even on the pavement. Yeah. I just don't want to get them dirty.
Yeah, that's why I haven't taken my orange Evo SL out the box yet. Yeah, they're still brand new in the box because I don't want to take them out in this horrible weather.
Yeah, I don't blame you. But we should probably move on because we're an hour and a quarter in and we've got a few things to get through, haven't we? So, that's next week, a week on Sunday for us, which will be the 14th of December. This Telford.
And we can talk about that more next week. So, training. Tell us about your training week. How'd you get on? And then it's gonna end. Oh no, it's not. It's gonna more or less start, isn't it? With a race recap.
Well, technically, depending on which way inclined you are, I did 2 races last weekend because I went to a Parkrun inaugural, which I didn't mention.
Oh yes,
on the podcast last week, but partly because you get shouted at for encouraging people to go to inaugurals. So I thought, right, I'll keep it to myself. But there was one that I read about and it came good. And it was about half an hour away from where I live. And it's in a place called Elesmore, Herefordshire. And it was the Queenswood Country Parkrun. And 2 laps of the forest. And for anyone that's done, I'd say, Ludlow, it's very similar to that. Imagine the wire forest on muddy paths.
Okay.
So there's no gravelly tracks there. It's more like running through the woods rather than a forest, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So
this time of year, it's just a bog. But it was proper good practice for cross country.
Yeah.
And
there's a big old hill as well, isn't there?
There's a big hill to get up, which really, really slowed me down. And yeah, I wanted to do fairly well, and I came 6th overall. So
Amazing.
yeah, I was really pleased with that. And I think I got into 6th fairly early on and stayed. I think I took a couple of places in the first lap, and then I didn't let them take my number, so I was quite pleased with that. But yeah, good parkrun. Would recommend to all, especially for those of you that like mud and hills and cross country.
Nice.
Then I got back, did a little top up 5k when I got back, nice easy one. Sunday was the Bumble Bimble. So I did a video about this, I put it out.
Yeah.
And again, 5-mile race, loads of fun. Brilliant.
Yeah,
absolutely
it looked
loved
ace. But you made a rookie error, though, I will say. No.
Which one?
Well,
Which one?
The fact that you didn't double knot your shoelaces before a race.
I absolutely did. I would never single knot my laces, and I don't know how, but my lace came undone, and it was like, I think there's like a thing in running, isn't there? Especially ultra running or trail running. If you've got a problem, sort it immediately. Don't let it fester, because it's not going to get any better. So I saw that lace come undone. I was like, I looked at my watch, and I probably was just over a mile away, so I probably could have gotten through. But you know, your lace is not only trailing, and you can trip yourself up, but like the opening of your
the shoes get looser and looser.
Yeah, and you're running through the mud, so I had to address it, and I had to and I lost a place, which was really annoying. But that was my own fault. Yes, I should have. And I tell you what really annoyed me as well. Do you remember when you were at school and you used to we used to call it a peanut. You used to get someone's tie and just yank it down. So
the knot went tiny.
so it turned into a little conker, and it was it was like you had to just scissor yourself out of a tie, and you had to get your mom to get you a new tie when you got home. So my knot on my lace had done that, and I was like, my fingers weren't properly working, so I had to try and unlace it so I can start again and do it. So that was mega annoying.
Yeah. I do love the fact as well that when you finished tying it, you went, well, that's lasted me 2 minutes, and on the screen it says it was 30 seconds.
Yeah. I did. I felt like about half an hour, but then I looked at the time code when I was editing it, and it was it was only 30 seconds, but it felt like a lot longer. But I mean, that makes me think how quickly you can potentially tie your laces up. You could probably do it in 5 seconds, but I made a real meal of doing me laces up. But anyway, a little bit about the course. So it was a 5-mile race, and it was, I'd say, 90% on trail, through the woods, through the fields. Again, a little bit like the parkrun the day before. It was a cross-country lover's heaven, because it was winter conditions and it was wet. And it was very slippery on some of the downhills. Wasn't particularly hilly, but there were enough hills in there to test you. And I wanted to come in the top 10, if I'm being honest. And I set off quite quick, but then I just got passed by a few people, and I just couldn't find the energy to track people down ahead of me. And the field had really started to spread out. And I think when you can't see the person in front of you, it makes it really psychologically harder to put your foot down.
Yeah.
So
what position were you in the end?
14th, I came.
Oh, wicked.
But one thing that I did, I've never really done this kind of racing. I've never really done trail racing. But one way to really make you, to kick your own ass, is the kissing gates. You scare yourself because you open it, you run through it, and then when it locks, you think, there's someone behind me, I need to go. But all it was that gate shutting.
Yeah.
But you've got it in your head that someone is 4 seconds behind you.
Yeah. But I will say that the start looked incredible. The fact that there was all of you
You would
aiming
have-
for that one gate.
You would have absolutely loved that. But did you also see the guy that pulled up as well, who done his hamstring on the start?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
is that what happened? Oh,
yeah.
man.
He did his hammy on the downhill on the start. So easily done, I suppose.
Yeah,
In that cold
but
weather.
then you got through that first gate, and then it seemed like you were just stood still at another gate, just waiting.
So there were 3 fields to go through, and the second one was fine. There were open gates, but the third one was a kissing gate, and then if you weren't in the top 3, you had to wait. But Here Comes Bod. It's called Paul.
Yes.
So I met Paul there, and I think it's Margaret. Please
Yes.
correct me if I'm wrong, Paul, but Paul and Margaret. And Margaret says she knows you, by the way.
Yes.
She said she's met you through the college.
Yeah, she works at the college, yeah.
Yeah. And they basically filmed it as well, but they filmed it from what it looks like from sort of the mid-pack or the back. And if you didn't get through that first gate, I'd say, like I did in the first 15 or so, 20 people, you were looking at an extra 10 minutes on your time.
What?
Because then you got going again, and then the gate where I was queuing up, that was 2 or 3 times as long to get through that. So I reckon... So he jokingly said to me that I was already a mile in by the time he'd got to the second gate. Because it was like 5-6 minutes or something like that. It would have taken them to get through.
Oh, man.
But
That's
they're
crazy.
thinking of addressing that problem for future bimbles. I think I read that on the Facebook group.
Yeah.
So it might be different on...
Did you
future
see
events.
Will there? Will Noyce?
Yes, he bantered me. It was him shouting through the woods at me.
Is that... Because I was going to say, who was it shouting, saying you didn't have time to do your lace? Was that Will?
I thought it was voices in my head. There was just someone shouting at me through the buses. But what it was Will, I think, was tail walking or tail running.
He was tail bimbling. Yeah, man.
So I don't know. Is he injured then?
No, he just offered to be the tail walker. And
Right.
apparently he turned up in his shorts and T-shirt and realised he wouldn't be moving very fast at all.
Yeah.
And was quite cold.
What was quite good was he didn't actually start at the start line. He was at the first marshal point after about 3 gates. So he was stood there with his arm out telling everyone to go right or left or whatever it was. And then obviously when the last person would have come past him, that's when he joined them. So they really used him for... they double marshalled him.
Yeah.
They double volunteered him. But yeah, I did see Will, and it was good to see him. And yeah, so I saw Paul and Margaret. I also saw Stuart Doughty. I think that's how you say his name. Stu, you might have seen him or met him from Arrow Valley Parkrun. I've met him at Arrow Valley as well. He was one place behind me. So or a couple of places behind me. He was really trying to catch me after he realised, my laces were undone. I saw the brothers, Tom and Rich Evers. They did quite well. Rich did 38.52. Tom did 41.02. He was one place ahead of me. I saw Gary Manders.
Oh, amazing.
Gary was there. So he said, well, he didn't say this, but I think he thought like, what am I doing? Why have I entered myself into this one again? It's absolutely awful. But I think he's a Redditch Stars runner, I think.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So there was a few of those guys there. So I don't know if they were running together or they all just met each other at the end. I saw them in the queue for the pork baps at the end. So we had a little chat. And yeah, Leggett Lee. What an absolute diamond. Absolutely love seeing Lee. And yeah, he said he hadn't raced since Worcester, and he said he's on a bit of a mission to lose a bit of weight. And he said he's been back, back at it. And yeah, he said he's going for it at Telford, and
Nice.
he had his, what did he have his wild crosses on? Are they Salomons? I think that's what
No, they were Hokers, weren't they? That he had.
Oh, were they? Well,
Was it Hoke, or was that
that was
That was
Darren.
Darren, wasn't it? Who
Yeah,
you spoke to from Worcester.
So
Yeah.
there might have been Salomons he had on, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lee got out quick and stayed up there. There was a runner called Stephen, I think, who was just ahead of him, who I think he said is like 15 or 16 minutes on the road.
Oh wow!
And and Lee could like pretty much see him the whole way, so he was really happy to just hang in with him. But yeah, Lee absolutely smashed it, so it was good to see him. And there was a good 200 odd people doing it. And I met Lindsay and Dave, who are the organisers, who were absolute legends. So it was nice to see them. And they're the guys that organised Timbahonga as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, good people and really good race. Really enjoyed it. Nothing but good things to say about it. Apart from I didn't realise the finish was the finish. Across the line.
Well, I saw that.
What, is this it?
Is this a finish? And they were like, yeah, you've already passed it.
Because I kept running up the to see Lee and all that, and they were like, yeah, this is it, mate. So that was good fun. So that was called the Bumble Bimble. But I think it's good to do those kind of trail races because I've never really done races like that, and I think they're good mental tougheners, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because running hard through mud, there's not much harder stuff to do than that.
No. I'd love to do a bit more trail running. So, I need to. I've bought 2 pairs of trail shoes, so I need to use them, don't I?
You better start entrance of races, yeah.
So yeah, I would like to start doing some a bit more trail running and stuff. So
yeah, but that was a lot of fun, and I would recommend to all. So after that, I got home and then I took Daisy out. We went for a run, and we did another bimble to just around the local hills and stuff, which was fun. And then that finished me with a week of running of about 103k. So I was like, yes.
Oh, nice.
Just got over the 100k marks. I was really pleased with that. Monday, went out for my usual recovery loop. And then Tuesday, doubled it. Monday morning, went up and over the Beacon, went up and over the Malverns. So nice hilly, sort of easy hills in the morning. And then Tuesday night was 8 by a K. And just quickly, I know you mentioned it earlier, so you might have been swatting up on my Strava. But my reps were 4, 8, bear in mind 359 is what I'm after at Telford. First rep 418, second one 410, third 405, 402, 359, 354, 347. So yeah, really nice. Really nice. Don't look at me that way. Don't look at me. Don't stop looking at me like that.
Look. If you can go down to a 347 as an 8th rep of Ks, I'm just saying.
I know. Wednesday, nice recovery run, just a nice easy 6k. And then, so what's that, 3-4 miles? And then I did last night. Yeah, that's it. I didn't double yesterday. Instead, I realised, because I was working, I was like, I'm going to have to, put it all into one run. So I did a half marathon and I did a loop that I've never done before. So winter running, I don't want to be doing my winter evening running around the country lanes here because people drive like Italians around these country lanes. So I don't really want to do too much, even with the beanie on. I don't think that's going to help me much. So I parked the car in Great Malvern and I did a loop. Now I've driven this loop before, but I've never ran it. And it is a 4k long hill, so 2.5 mile long hill. And it's 150 meters, so 350 foot ish in one go. And it was really, really tough. But then you get it back on the other side. You come back down and I did 2 loops of that. Did the second loop a bit quicker, realised I had 5k to go, so then I added on another loop. I did another couple of loops around Malvern. Then I got back with 400 metres of gain, so 1,300 foot.
Yeah.
So that was a hilly half marathon, and I did it just under 2 hours.
Nice.
But the whole idea was just to hold the effort steady and not go too fast down the hill, because I know I'm going to need my quads. I'm going to need my hamstrings for Saturday. So don't hammer the downhills. Don't do a Boston Marathon first 10k. don't go too hard because I'm going to be in a mess for cross country Saturday. So I was quite pleased with the restraint I put on myself.
Nice.
Then today, just went out for a nice easy one with Daisy before the rain came this afternoon. Went for a little lunch break run. That was a 5 miler just round the river, and nice and flat, exactly what the doctor ordered. And then, I'm on course for another 100k week.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good work.
So,
Good work.
yeah.
So, in a good place.
I think so. Yeah, and critically, my legs feel good, which is a really nice feeling. I don't feel exhausted, considering I've done, what used to be my peak week volume, and it's Friday, and I've still got 2 days of running left. So feeling like my body's managing the mileage well, and I will be honest with myself as well. Like if I start realising that I'm absolutely knackered, then if I'm too fatigued, then obviously I'm overtraining. But how do you manage? I heard this recently. How do you work out if you're overtraining? Well, for me, there's one key thing, and that's not being able to hit reps on your harder days. And if you're literally scratching your head, realizing you can't run race pace over 1k or 1 mile, then maybe you're putting too many miles in your legs. So
Yeah.
Hopefully, getting quicker through those sessions is an indicator that I'm doing okay.
Yeah, definitely. Good.
Sorry, that went on for a long time.
No, it didn't.
How was your week, starting with Parkrun last week?
All right, not too bad. Yeah, I went down to Arrow Valley Parkrun, as I said earlier, set off with everybody, and me and Will looked at each other and we were like, why are we going this fast? I don't know. I just slowly got quicker and quicker as we went round the run. And I crossed the line, and I never stopped my watch exactly on the line. I always cross the line, take a few steps, and then stop my watch. And I looked on my watch, and my watch said I'd done 19:09, and I was like, I'm really pleased with that. Yeah. And then later on in the day, the text message comes through, and it said, well done, Brett, your time today at Parkrun is 19:19. And I went, what? Hang on a minute. I'm sure I ran 19:09. So I checked again, and my Strava and my watch had got 19:09. I was like, what's going on here? And then I saw Will down the gym, and he went, I'm a bit disappointed with Parkrun. And I went, I'm glad you've said that. And he went, yeah, the time, it's way different. And I went, yeah, mine's like 10 seconds too slow. And he went, yeah, I know, same here. And what had happened, apparently, they had to do some post-event adjustments on the times, because the person who had come in second, they'd handed out the token, and 2 tokens had got stuck together. So when they scanned their token, and the person who came across third had got a different, a different token, and everybody then going back had gotten the wrong time. So
because you wondered if the time
if they'd
been
started there too early. But
yeah,
what had happened is 2 tokens had got stuck together, but they've rectified it now, and mine now says 19:07. So quite pleased with that. So I did that, and then on Sunday, after that Parkrun, I went down to the gym, as I said, and can you guess what I did?
Cross trainer, ski erg.
Before the ski erg. No, come on, cross trainer, static bike, ski erg.
Yes. Yeah.
So I did 60 minutes on the cross trainer, so an hour on the cross trainer, 30 minutes on the bike, and then 5 minutes on the ski erg. Then on the Sunday, I went out for my Sunday long run, put me Evo SLs on, and man, they're too good, aren't they?
So ridiculously good. Shoe of the year.
I just end up running too fast compared to what I think I'm running. I set off and I thought, just nice and easy today. I want to go a bit longer than I did last week. So nice and easy, 7.5 minute miles. What can you do? but I ended up going out into the countryside again and going a little bit longer on one of my other routes, but not being out in those like lanes and stuff for ages. I've forgotten the distance of all the little extras I can add on and all the different places, because I'd got into my head exactly, if I wanted to do a certain mileage, I'd know exactly which way to go and which loops to do and stuff, and it would get me to the right mileage. I completely messed that up. So I wanted to do 10 mile and I ended up doing 11.66.
Nice.
But I'm really happy with that. So just under 12 mile and 7:27 average. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Felt great out there. So yeah, pretty happy.
Where did you go down to, like London Lane that way? Down to like the Tardy Big way or something?
Yeah, so I go from where I live, I go up the back lanes all around the back of the prison and then out into Tardy Big. And then where did I go then? I went down into, what's the name of the hill? So round the back of Finstall and down there. And then I can't, is it Copyholt Lane?
Possibly. Oh, yeah, I've heard of Copyholt, yeah.
And it just goes uphill there, and then that brings you out onto the canal. But where the canal is, there's always a massive puddle when it's been raining. But I'd completely forgot about that because I haven't run up there for ages. So when I got there, it was a massive puddle.
Is that the one you had to get a lift through once?
Yes, yeah, that exact one. Yeah, where a farmer in his pickup went, do you want a lift? And I jumped in the back of his pickup and he drove me through the water. But this time, because of that puddle, people have made a path around the side through like the trees and stuff. Yeah. So I had to climb up there, but because I had my OSLs on, which haven't really got mud grip on the bottom, there was a big slope to get up. So I just had to basically hang on to the trees and just drag myself up by the trees. But got through there, so it was all right and carried on. But yeah, so that was good. And then from there, went down to the gym afterwards and did 30 minutes on the cross trainer, 30 minutes on the bike, and 5 minutes on the ski erg. And then on Tuesday, I joined B&R for only like the second time since I've started running again. And it was ace to be back with them all, but I didn't really do a session with them as such. They were doing a session down the bus route. And when I got down to training, I'd already done 3 miles on my way to session. Then I did the warm up with them to the bus lane. And then because they were starting their session, I thought I'll just jog with them. And they were doing timed efforts. So they were doing an effort for, I can't remember what they were doing. I think they were doing 30, 60, 90 seconds with the same recovery. But once they'd finished, they'd loop back and come and join everybody. So everybody would start their rep again together. Yeah. So I would just run easy with, steady with Will, and we were just running through and they were just looping around us. But in the end, I did just over a mile out and then left them all to it and did a mile back and went back to the gym. But I ended up with 9 miles for the day, which was a bit more than what I wanted to do, but it wasn't fast. So it was okay. It wasn't too bad. But then ran back to the gym, and I bet you can guess what I did in the gym.
Cross country, yeah. Cross trainer, bike, ski erg.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, I did 30 minutes on cross trainer, 30 minutes on the bike, and then 30 minutes on the ski erg, which I've started naming something. Well, I did it for you from what you commented on it last week. So I've done a little bit of a guess the name through the pictures thing, and
it's got to be something to do with the H word.
Oh yeah. It's exactly that. If you look on Strava, you'll be able to see it. But what I found hilarious about this is on that Tuesday's ski erg, Alex Bowden commented.
Yeah.
he put more reliable than a Honda Civic you are, Brett. When we see that cross trainer exercise come through, bike to follow and hybrid rockstar skier to finish. Love it. Andy might join you one day.
Maybe.
But yeah. So that was Tuesday, and then on Thursday, yesterday, I did my first full run with B&R. So first full. It wasn't a session because we got cross country on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was a nice steady run with it. Well, easy run with everyone. So we just went out and I did a mile down to the session, and when we did about 7 mile.
Yep.
6.5, 7 mile altogether, just as a nice easy run out. So that was really, really nice to be back with everybody running. And then from there, went back into the gym and did 30 minutes on cross trainer, 30 minutes on the bike, and did 5 minutes on the ski erg. And just for Alex Bowden, uploaded a picture to go with it.
More reliable than a Ford Escort.
So that is a 1980s Honda Civic.
Honda Civic, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
I ruined the joke.
But there we go. That is my week, and yeah, it's going pretty well. I'm quite pleased with where I am. My mileage is slowly creeping up. Last week I finished on 26.5 mile. So yeah, we're getting there slowly but surely.
Amazing. You'll be smashing that leaderboard soon, won't you?
Well, hopefully at some point soon. We'll see.
I've just looked, just because I get excited about this. On this week so far in distance, where do you reckon you are in the league? In the leaderboard? Yeah, so far this week.
Ooh. Top 100.
That's correct. You're 100th.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes. Amazing.
You're doing well. So, little plug for the Strava lead, the Strava club. By the way, if you haven't already joined, please go and have a look at it.
Yes.
Shall we have a quick natter about cross country?
Yeah, go on then. Yeah, we've got a few minutes, haven't we?
So tomorrow we are going to different locations tomorrow because we're in different divisions. So where are you going?
We are at Betley Court in Stoke.
Right. That's one you did that one last year, didn't you?
Yeah, we did it last. Yeah, we did it last year. It was it was a new one that I hadn't done before, but it's obviously because we'd moved up to Division 1. But it's not an easy course. There's a nice big hill, and then it's quite undulating and twisty and turny. So yeah, it should be fun.
Any idea how you're going to run it? Same as always?
Yeah, just go out from the start, see how I feel, and then just hold on for dear life. But I know that last year I must have passed at least 25 people on the last lap because they'd all gone out too hard in the first 2 laps and started going. I must have passed 15 of them up the hill.
No way.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll be similar tomorrow. I won't be anywhere near the pace I was last year, but I'm sure we can have a good go.
Oh, that sounds good. So you'll see hopefully some of the Quiney boys.
Yes.
Some of the Tipton lads. And I can't remember who else. Oh, you'll have the black pair there.
Yes, we will.
You'll have you'll have the few be baying for Worcester AC blood after the controversial 90th minute winner for me last year, last fixture. But I'm in Division 2 with Worcester, and we have got an away day to Pittville Park, which apparently is a legendary course on the circuit. Yes,
it's a good one. It is a good one.
So I don't know much about it apart from there's a river, not a river crossing, but like a fairly big stream crossing, I think.
Yeah. So The start is similar to the last race. The fact that it starts not on the loop. You start in the middle of the loop, do a straight, and then it turns left down into the river.
God. Yeah.
Well, stream, not river, down into the stream. And so you'll cross the stream 3 times, I think. Yeah. And it's
3-lapper like usual.
Yeah, but it's good. There's a few technically bits. There's lots of tree routes in the one bit, 'cause you go through all the trees and a bit of a wooded area. So there's loads of tree routes that you need to watch out for.
Yeah.
There's a bit where you go across the football pitches, which is a bit of a drag to get across there. There's a nice little bit where it goes up, but the path is like 1 person wide. So you cannot pass anywhere on there. So when you get to the start of that, you need to get into position, because if people are slow in front of you, you're stuck behind them. And then it comes down quite sharp, and then slowly goes uphill around the back where all the portaloos are, before you then come back round and do a bit of undulating stuff before you then come and do the loop again.
Right. Okay. I've done my only frame of reference is in the summer. I did the Cheltenham Parkrun, and that was in Pittville Park.
Yes.
And I'm sure the course obviously doesn't share any similar ground, but I remember it being quite undulated, and that's all I remember. But nothing too bad, but nothing flat. So I don't know what to expect tomorrow, but yeah, I think I'll run it quite similarly to last time. I'll probably just not go out full throttle, but go out fairly hard, and then try and lock in. And like you said, if I can, try and overtake as many as I can on that 3rd lap, and try and score some points. So But the WhatsApp group, some people have recommended wearing 12mm spikes tomorrow. Because I wonder if that's something to do with the stream crossings. Apparently it's pebbles or something. Or
yeah, it is pebbly underfoot on the stream crossing, definitely.
So but see, you gave me that pick and mix of spikes. So I've got all the spikes to choose from. So I don't know. I'll wait and see how I feel tomorrow. But
yeah. You possibly won't need 15s at Pittville, I would say. You'll probably get away with 9s or 12s.
So will it feel completely different to Newbold then?
It is a bit of a different surface, yeah. Some of it.
In places, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, don't spoil the surprise.
No.
I'm sure it'll be horrendous as always.
Yes.
But yeah, looking forward to that. And
it's going to be fun.
If I can, what did I do last time? 44, 58. I know it's a completely different course, but that'll be my target to try and do sub 45 and try and beat last time's time.
Yeah.
So that's my target, and it will be there or thereabouts around about a 10k, won't it?
Yeah. Somewhere similar to 10k.
Yeah. Awesome.
Nice. Right. So, shall we move on to some comments quickly?
Yes.
Before we have look. So, on last week's pod, the first comment is from you.
Oh yeah, forgot about
that. Laughing about the thumbnail where you were having a nightmare taking your jumper off. The next one is from Up Close Running with Ryan. So Ryan Close, and he says, "Yes, Brett, take him to the gym." But I don't think that's ever going to happen, is it?
It's not. No, don't waste don't brace your breath. Not going to
happen. Next one is from This Guy Runs, which is Alex, and he says, "I've got to say it, lads. You did it last time. You did the Black Country accent, which is fantastic, by the way. Are you getting Kinver confused with Kidderminster? Stourbridge is where I was born and bred. It's a nicer part of the Black Country. Kinver is even nicer. Definitely not rough. Kidderminster, where I live now, is an absolute crap hole. But that isn't the Black Country. But yeah, Kinver is defo not rough. Great episode as always, chaps. Got more chance of Andy becoming a hybrid rock star athlete than doing some proper S&C, I reckon.
Who said this? Was that Alex?
Alex, yeah.
Yeah. I know he lives in Kiddie now.
So what I will say is, no, I'm not getting mixed up that Kimver is a bad place. When we do the accent, I'm not saying Kimver because I think it's a bad place. I'm doing Kimver because I know someone who lives in Kimver, and he's got the broadest black country accent you've ever heard, and we always take the mickey out of his accent and always do the black country accent to him, and he loves it. But we always take the mick as well about the Kimver Panther and the legend of the Kimver Panther.
I don't know anything about this.
It's like a black cat. Do you know, a bit like the Beast of Bodmin Moor and all that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Apparently there was a Kimver Panther. So yeah,
brilliant.
Yeah. So that's why I always say Kimver when we do the black country accent, because my mate has got the broadest black country accent you've ever heard.
Brilliant. Did I ever tell you about one thing I read once where someone reported a lynx or some sort of apex predator in the
a can of Africa?
Yeah, it was a voodoo. Inca. Java. Voodoo, well smelt. It was someone reported like some sort of mounting lion. And there was a shadow on a tree branch somewhere. But what it was, someone had literally won one of those massive lions from the fair. And they just jumped it up a tree.
Amazing.
So the police had closed off the woods and stuff, like do not enter, and it just turns out to be a cuddly toy. So,
amazing.
Yeah, sorry. Please continue. Have we got any more?
Yes. Next one is from Ian's Easy Miles. And he says, I have a Garmin Epix Pro. It has all the smart features and a great screen, but I love the real buttons, and the LED torch is the most useful thing ever. A proper torch. Use it all the time. Battery lasts forever, and navigation is great too. It got me through ultras, the West Highland Way, and the Great Glen Way. Andy, you will love the torch. Support local businesses. Yes. Yes to an S&C for runners. I need to start doing it too. And he says the first bit of that was great pod as always. So many topics. So cheers, Ian. But yeah. It's here. Oh, the new watch is here.
The new watch is there. Yeah. So I've got my 970 on, and yeah, the display is just like, I can't stop looking at my watch because I don't have to squint to read it or anything like that. It's just that AMOLED is like a different level. But I am quite enjoying this Garmin, this Excellent. 970 so far.
Good. Ace. Next one is from the Bulldog Runner, and I've got to say, I love a man who speaks the truth. And his comment says, "Sorry, Brett, we all noticed that gut you've grown." And then he says, I was like Andy and never did S&C. Then I got injured and ended up with a bigger gut than Brett. Now I do 1 to 2 S&C sessions every week without fail. P.S. Andy, what does your barber do for a living? All the best, B.
My barber? Hang on. What joke is that in reference to?
Well, you got no hair. So
barber. Is that in reference to when I said my barber used to call me Harry?
Well, possibly, but yeah. I think it's more to do with he's had a bit of a dig at me, so he's having a bit of a dig at you as well. So your barber, what's he now do for a living? Now you don't need a barber.
Yeah, he's out of business now. Yeah, he's unemployed.
Next one is from Ian Booth. And he says, great episode with the exception of the atrocious attempts at black country accents. What?
Oh, Ian's a yammer, isn't he? He won't like that.
Come on. Oh.
He's a Starbridge lad, a Wolves fan he is. He's a proper black country lad.
On that subject, I echo the praise for the Starbridge Stagger. A fantastic event with a tough but really picturesque route.
Right.
He says we should do the Starbridge Stagger. Regarding S&C, I've only only started doing it a couple of months ago, and I absolutely hate it. But I'm going to keep with it, because if I don't do any S&C and suffer any injury on the build up to or during my first ever marathon in Manchester next year, I know I'd never forgive myself for not doing everything I could to prevent injury. I only ever do S&C at home, as I hate gyms, but 30 minutes twice a week really isn't much of a sacrifice. I spend more time every week doing laundry. Would love a run in the red line S&C special. Keep up the good work, chaps. And then on that, there's a couple of reply comments, and one is from Alex that says, "Quite like the accents, me. They're that bad and exaggerated, it makes them good." And Ian's replied saying, "Sounds like Terry Jones in the Spam Cafe from Monty Python." Brilliant. So cheers, Ian. Yeah, keep up that S&C. 30 minutes twice a week. That's all you need. That's exactly what I do on a Tuesday and a Thursday after my sessions. 30 minutes. That's all you need. Then next one's from Chip Rockets 99. And they say, "I tried to resist getting suckered into the Black Friday sales, but $39.60 for a pair of Puma Velocity Nitro 4s was a good deal. Too good a deal to turn down. £39.60 for a pair of Velocity Nitro 4s. Crazy.
That's mega good value.
Andy, the good thing about a 3:10 marathon a good thing about the 3:10 marathon target is the pace it's easy to keep track of. 4:30 a K or 7:15 per mile. Hard part is keeping the pace, though.
Actually doing it. Yeah, that's absolutely right.
Next one's from Anya Todd, and they say, "Andy, you nailed it. Best feature of the Garmin watch is the LED light by a mile. Those pesky midnight wheeze have never been so easy. Don't believe any Apple Watch hype. Touch screens and no lap buttons. You made the right choice." Yeah, I agree. The Ultra is a bit better, but I wouldn't recommend any runners buy an Apple Watch. Go and buy a proper running watch. Buy a Coros or a Garmin, definitely.
So how do you get around lapping, when you're doing your sessions?
So on an Apple Watch, a normal Apple Watch, you double tap the screen to lap. But it's really difficult when your hands don't work properly in the cold, or if it's wet, because the screen's wet, you can't tap it properly, and it's a nightmare. Right. Yeah, get a proper running watch if you're going to use it for running. Apple Watch is fantastic as a daily, just general watch, but for actual running, not so good.
So what's good about this thing, by the way, is that when I'm on my runs, it's got a lock screen on it. So if I accidentally touch it, it will stay locked, and you have to drag it down, and then you activate the touch screen if you want to. So you don't accidentally touch it. I think that's obviously the idea. So yeah.
Nice. And then last one is from Stephen Smith, and he says, "Black Friday made a huge dent in my bank balance. 2 pairs of Adidas Evo SLs boosted my collection to 5 pairs. And a second pair of Adios Pro 4s for next year's marathons. Total shoe collection now at 34 pairs. But if I recall correctly, this might just fall short of Brett's." Sadly,
you have
it's too many. That's how many I have. I would like to add more, but I'm trying to be sensible at the moment. But I was showing you earlier, wasn't I? There are some new ones coming out in the next couple of months, which may have to join the party. And
go
on.
I was going to say, shall we carry on for some emails?
Well, just quickly before we do, I just need to go over to Instagram, because we had a message which I read just after we finished doing the pod last week. So I wanted to just quickly read it out so we can get a reply out to Phil. And this is Phil Jordan. He says, "Hi, gents. Hope you're both well, but just wanted to ask your advice. I'm an old boy now, and PBs are out the window. Currently running 4 times a week, 10 miles the longest run on Sundays. I did Great North Run in 1 hour 39. Parkrun is normally around 20:50 these days, but I've just got myself a place in Dublin Marathon ballot for next year.
Amazing.
I'm so scared. It's been a few years since my full marathon, so not sure how to attack. Would love sub 4, but want to do my best as probably my last ever marathon. But I'm stressing myself out whether or not to do it. Love you guys. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Good luck and God bless for all of 2026. All the best from Phil, one of your OG followers from the start.
Nice one, Phil.
Cheers,
mate.
Phil. So, what do you think? So he ran the Great North Run in 1:39. His Parkrun is around 20:50 these days for his PBs, and he's running Dublin Marathon next year, but would love sub 4, but doesn't know how to go about it.
Well, it's addictive, as I'm sure you'll remember from last time you were running your long races. The danger is you're going to get hooked again.
Yeah.
And you might just have to accept that, because I think you might find a new lease of fitness, a new lease of life, maybe, if you start marathon training. Because I do believe that when you get into a block, rather than just your usual 3 runs a week or whatever it is you do quite quickly start to make a bit of progress. And then you'll do, I don't know, a parkrun PB, or you'll do a half marathon or a 10K PB, and you'll think, oh, okay, I think it could be on here. And all of a sudden, you know, you hopefully you're smashing your target. I don't know, because it all depends on what your priorities are and what you value the most. Are you just doing it for the sheer love and joy of it? Or, you know, are you really a little bit like Brett and I, where you really do, where times do matter, you know, where the clock is everything, really. So kind of work out whereabouts on the scale you are. And if times do matter, you can still enjoy it. You don't have to ruin your own life because you're not running what you think you should be running. You can still get there. And I think you can still find enjoyment through discipline. Can't you?
Yeah, definitely. And I think with your times, Phil, 1:39 for the Great North Run, that's so under 1:40 for the half. You've got plenty of time there to play with to get that sub 4 marathon. It's just all about having a decent block and getting to that start line fit and healthy. And as long as you make it to that start line, you're going to have a good time no matter what. I know the Q boys had a great time over in Dublin, didn't they? So
exactly. Think of the Guinness. Think of the crack you'll have. That would be absolutely amazing. What a trip.
Yeah.
That would be brilliant. And running abroad, I assume Phil's not from Dublin. I think he's from the Midlands, is he, Phil?
He is, yeah.
I think I've met Phil, yeah. So, like, it just makes it so much more fun when you travel for a marathon. So, yeah, I think sub 4 is definitely on with those times. I don't know how recently you did the 1:39 at the half, but yeah, it definitely is within your grasp.
You've just got to do what I keep on telling Andy to do, and he started to do for the marathon, but he's not quite there for the 10K yet. And that's just believe in yourself. Just have the belief you can do it, and then you'll fly through that training.
Yeah, it worked for me on my half marathon, so I managed to drag myself around. And sometimes having that goal in your head, that visualization, whatever you want to call it, manifesting it, is everything, because it's the last thing you think about before you go to sleep at night. It's the first thing you think about when you wake up. You start not doing certain things to prioritize your runs. And you think, okay, this really does matter to me now.
Yeah. Well, I've just thought as well, if part of your 1:30 half was belief, you know what the other secret is that Phil needs to obviously follow, don't you? He needs to go and have a croissant the size of his head.
Just eat all the food. that is all you need to do. I was thinking about this yesterday, I was thinking I must be such a terrible runner, really, because on Thursday night I had fish and chips after my session. Most people are having protein shakes and, washing it down with like whey protein or whatever. But I literally had large cod and chips from, the fish and chip shop down the road in Dines Green.
Cod as well, pushing the boat out.
Large cod, £9.30 now. It's 18 quid. Laura only had a small sausage and chips. I couldn't believe it. 18 quid for two of us to have our dinner. Ridiculous. Madness. Have you had a Chinese lately? They're about 50 quid.
Really?
Honestly,
I haven't had takeaway for a long, long time. Not even like fast food from like McDonald's or anything like that. I haven't had any for a long, long time.
But I'm bad for it, I really just love a takeaway. I just love fast food. Like, I really like it. Fish and chips, my shimlers, love my shimlers. Indian, Chinese, just stringy mozzarella on your chips. It's making me hungry. It's making me want to go and get a takeaway. So yeah, sorry, I don't know why I'm talking about takeaways.
Love it,
Phil. There you go, takeaways. That's the secret.
That's the secret, apparently. Yeah. Cool. So, did you say we got some emails?
Yeah. Well, we've got we've had let me think. We've got one from John. We've got one from Jonathan, Nathan, and Ash Spedding wrote in first. So we'll prioritise Ash, and we'll see how much time we've got after this one.
Cool.
This is Ashley Spedding, aka No Bips Just Bops. So that is Ash. No Bips Just Bops. So hi Brett and Andy. Just caught up on episode 89 and the cross country showdown. Some questions below that somewhat relate to what you discussed. Question 1. You chatted about shoes quite a bit and made me think of a question. How many pairs of the exact same, except colour, is too many? We've already sort of touched on that. I'm not a relatively low income... I don't know if that says... I'm not a relatively low income. So when I see a good deal, not often on what I want to go for it. But I will eventually end up living in a cardboard shoe box igloo. Is that a bit of a flex from Ash saying, well, I'm not on a low income? I've basically got loads of money.
I've got all this disposable income. I could just buy whatever I want, willy-nilly.
Well, my advice is, you can never have too many then.
Exactly, yeah.
So, I don't know if I've misunderstood that, but no, you're absolutely fine.
How many of the same style of shoe is too many? I don't know if there is a limit of too many, because if you really love that shoe, then you want to keep on running in it, don't you? So
yeah, you don't want change.
Yeah, like the Evo SL. If I could have, like, I don't know, if I could only have one shoe, I'd probably go for the Evo SL. And if I was only allowed to run in that for the next few years, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
No.
So,
I don't.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 pairs of Evo SLs and I've got 2 pairs of Alphafly 1s, and they're the only duplicate pairs I've got.
Yeah, I've bought duplicates of loads of pairs of shoes because I loved them so much. I just went out and bought another pair straight away. And then once the one pair had reached the end of their life, they just swapped onto the new pair. So
yeah.
I've got 3 pairs of Adios Pro 2s at the moment.
Have you? Oh God, you're sport for choice, aren't you?
Yeah.
She says, question 2, where is your favourite place to run? Could be a specific route, destination, region, town, hill, or path. Have you got a favourite? Well, I'll go straight away. Mine's the Malvern Hills. Absolutely love the Malverns. Yeah. If you can coincide it with a good sunrise, there's nowhere else I'd rather be. I absolutely love the Malverns.
I don't know, like, overall best ever, but my favourite place to run, and especially now that I'm allowed to get back out there because I can put the distance in, is out in the country lanes, out in the country between Bromsgrove and Redditch. It's just, I love running around those country lanes. It's ace. And there's so many little loops and different routes and different lanes you can take, and it's never the same twice in a row, which is wicked.
Yeah. And what I like about country lanes is you get the benefit of hill running and trail running, but on the tarmac, you're wearing your road shoes.
Yeah.
And so I'm a big fan of a country lane as well. Question 3, this kind of segues into that. What type of running do you think that you're best at? For example, whilst flat and no corners is faster for everyone, maybe relative to the field, you notice that you're better at steep up, down, accelerating out of sharp corners, etc. Or you're usually in the top X% at a certain distance, or beat such and such from such a club, but you're actually better / worse over some other distances. Do you prefer the distance you think you're better at / prefer training for? So is there a style or a type of running you think you excel at?
See, I like to think I'm quite good at hills and hilly races.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I'd go for that. Yeah, I'm better at going uphill than I am downhill. I know that much.
Yeah.
I
think I wouldn't say I'm particularly good at this thing, like in terms of ability, but I'm good at long stuff. I could, if you say run to Plymouth tonight, I could probably do it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I think I've got the right to be able to do that. I just think I'm good at running long distances, like, and just getting through it. My favourite type of running is running without. Forget what I was saying earlier about running to the clock, but running with freedom. You know, running with nowhere particularly to be.
Yeah, and, no real target in mind, just going out and running.
Yeah, because there are times when that style of running really complements marathon training, for example. You know, easy zone 1 and 2 stuff. Yeah. You know, you can really stop worrying about so much about pace and stuff and effort, and you can take your time. And I think that's perfectly fine. And she finishes by saying, Andy, if you fancy some adventure-y style races / events for something a bit shorter, have you checked out The Drop? I've not done one myself, but the idea seems fun. Cheers, lads. Ash. So have you heard of The Drop?
Thanks, Ash. I haven't heard of The Drop. Do you know what that is?
I think, from what I understand, it is where you get blindfolded and taken like on a coach somewhere.
Yes.
And you get dropped off at different places, and you've got to get home.
We chatted about this, didn't we, a few weeks ago as an idea for a bonus ep for us to just get dropped somewhere and try and get back.
That would be a lot of fun to try and work out how to do that.
It would.
But no, I've never done that. But yeah, I think that would rely on orienteering skills and instinct and your confidence to go up to people and ask people directions. You know, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, I think that does appeal to me, definitely. But I've never done that sort of race.
Yeah, no, I do like the idea of that. We should do that at some point, definitely.
Yeah, that would be really, really good. So what I will do is read this one, because Nathan has just given us a nudge saying, "Oi, little poke about my missed email from a while back."
Brilliant.
Keep up the content and can't wait for more cross-country stories. Hi, Brett and Andy, long-time listener and watcher of both your channels, first-time emailer. Might be a long one, so feel free to skip the highlights until the highlights at the end. I will class myself as an experienced amateur runner with a couple of trail ultras under my belt, but I've never run a road marathon distance before. I've always had trail runners' mindset of roads are a bit boring. When a friend approached me with the possibility of running a marathon alongside Loch Ness, I simply couldn't turn it down. Fast forward through my 16-week block to the morning of the Sunday, the 28th of September. 5 a.m. wake up to be ready for 7. Greeted by a 70-minute coach journey along the north side of the loch, and dropped on top of a misty Munro in the middle of nowhere with 5,000 runners. The route is a point-to-point from the west edge of Loch Ness through to the finish line in Inverness. What was advertised as a flat PB-able course turned out to contain some monster hills and roughly 300 metres of gain. That's, what's that, 1,000 feet? Let's just say I'm very thankful for all the hill training I get around Bristol. I had a solid race plan in mind, thinking I'd be happy to finish, but a sub 4:30 would be lovely. A 2:07 first half had me feeling great and happy about my pacing. That was until disaster almost struck. To avoid too much grossness, let's just say I almost had to pull a Paula alongside the shores of Loch Ness. 15-minute queue for the 2 portaloos at one of the water stations was definitely not part of the plan. And although I was feeling relieved, the pressure was on if I still wanted that 4:30 goal. I pushed on, fully locked into the zone, and put on episode 83 of Running the Red Line. Listening to the failed attempts at the Lord of the Rings quotes had me cackling with laughter and keeping me in good spirits through the hills in the second half. So a huge thanks to you both for the entertainment and for keeping my spirits high when I needed it. You helped me to finish in 4 hours 26.
Oh, yes.
Absolutely smashing my A goal. I'm now yearning for more marathons with incredible views, but maybe I'll leave the toilet incidents out of the next one. Can't recommend Loch Ness Marathon enough. Incredible views and a small community atmosphere amongst all the runners. Cheers, Nathan from Bristol.
Nice. Cheers, Nathan.
Yeah. So, well done. And narrowly avoided a Paula as well, which is always good.
Yes.
What would you do if you were halfway through a race and you were turtle heading and there was a queue for the Portaloo, but you also wanted a, 4:30 marathon? You wanted to beat your time, and waiting in that queue is just gonna add on time.
I don't know. It's a tough one, that, isn't it?
You've got to be able to manage that shooty arse, haven't you? It's a long way to do that.
Well, that's what I thought when he said I pushed on. I was like, I hope he hasn't pushed too hard.
Don't push too hard, yeah. I don't know. That takes some real. I don't know.
Guts.
Literally, yeah. Nearly saw him. Some real sphincter squeezing. So yeah, very, very well done. But I don't know. Me being me, depending on how far or behind time I was, I probably would have got in the queue for that toilet, because I still maintain the fact that I've never done a wild poo.
Oh.
Because I can't run around having not wiped my arse.
Oh, see.
So that is one of my phobias, I think, which is a bit of a horrible one to admit. But
I've wiped with leaves several times.
Oh, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, of course, that's what you've got to do, isn't it?
Yeah, find a little secluded spot with some leaves.
You gotta hope it's autumn.
Yeah, it's an interesting moment in your running journey when you do that.
Right, well done.
And an even more interesting one when you realise that you weren't quite quick enough to use the leaves or anywhere else.
Oh, yeah, okay. Let's set the better. No, actually, maybe you have got an interesting anecdote, or maybe you don't wish to share anymore.
Well,
we can leave it there. Maybe we should leave it there.
Yeah. There has been a moment where I was on the way home, and I thought I could last until I got home, but didn't quite.
Oh dear. It's going to happen to me one day, isn't it? It's just inevitable. Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe write in to the podcast. Have you ever shat yourself? We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah.
Well, we've got.
The worst part is that when you realise you've done it, you've got two options. You can either slow down to a walk, and then it's going to take twice as long to get home.
Yeah.
and you've got to do a funny John Wayne walk, or just continue at the pace you were running and just deal with it when you get home.
Some people will have taken that option because the clock rules all, and that's all that matters. It's funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
You literally soiled yourself in the name of impatience. Yeah. Well, anyway, let us know. Maybe you've got an interesting defecation-based story. We've got 2 more, but we'll leave them till next week. We've got one from Jonathan Hull, which is brilliant, by the way, because he's binged. He's binged 2 years of podcasts into 3 months.
What?
We'll tell you more about how he's done it.
Yes.
On the next episode, and also we've had one from.
Forward to that.
We've also had one from John Braz, aka what was it, Madeira John?
John Braz.
John Braz Madeira. So we shall get to that.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's about a backyard ultra, which I'm looking forward to.
Ooh,
Bloody
nice.
hell, he's run 105k.
Oh wow.
Okay, we'll have to read that.
Wow.
Next
Okay.
week.
Right. Yeah. So due to time, we'll have those next week. But we've just got time for the Strava segment. Right. So last week's leaderboard in first place for distance is I don't know whether he's in training for anything in particular, but Ryan Baker.
Just showing off.
From Rayleigh's Adventures with 82.8 miles. So, yeah, awesome work, Ryan. Second is Jonathan Hutchinson with 68.4 miles. Third is Steve Turner with 65.3 miles. So amazing work on the top 3. Would you like to know who was in 4th place?
I already know. Don't talk about it. Do the elevation.
Just missing the podium was a certain person called Andy Maguire. Well happy with hitting over 100k.
I'll get you next week, Steve.
Didn't quite hit the podium though, did you?
No.
Anyway, climbing top 3. In first place was Stephen Smith with 4,928 foot. Second place was Mark with a C with 4,715 foot. And in third place, getting his podium place, is Andy Maguire with 4,626 foot.
That's my first time on the leaderboard since the River Severn.
Yeah, so
I'll
great work, mate. Great work. And then our ladies leaderboard. So top 3 with distance. In first place was Rachel Watson, who was actually 5th overall out of everybody.
2k behind me. Yeah,
62.7 miles. You finished on 64 miles. So, yeah. Second place was Leanne Bayard with 46.2 miles. And third was Chloe Hamard on her taper for Valencia with 42.6 miles. And then for the climbing, in first place was Sophie Westmacott with 2,293 foot. Second was Stephanie Parker with 2,247 foot. And third was Jackie Wilson with 2,037 foot. So amazing work from everybody. Final thing we need to do before we go is give us a random number between 1 and 100.
What should we say? My cross country, can we get a number out of that? That's my cross country number tomorrow.
So we have 31 or 17? 31.
31, yeah.
31. So 31 from last week was Dominic Dietrich, who ran 45 miles in total over 6 runs. His longest run was 13.1 miles exactly, so in exactly a half marathon. He averaged 8 minutes 43 per mile for all 45 miles, and he climbed 1,286 foot.
Nice one, Dom.
So great work, Dominic. Get in touch. Let us know a little bit more about you and your running. And we will read your email out on the pod. So please do get in touch and let us know a bit more about you, Dom.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Dom's from the East Mids, by the looks of things, from Derby.
Oh, okay.
Derby. So that'll be good. Or we can have a little sneaky peek at some of his best times. It says here Strava 5K 1950, 5K PB,
nice.
Marathon 327, half marathon 134, 10K 41:27. Nice one, Dom. So let us know. Get in touch.
Awesome. Right. So have you got anything else?
No, I think is that a PB for us? Have we ever gone over 2:30?
Almost. I think we've gone over once before. So
right, that's a big one for us. That's a big chunk of that. Yeah.
Yeah. But best of luck tomorrow, mate, at the cross country, and
to you as well.
Yeah, we thank you very much to everybody for listening. Look out! We will let you all know. We'll make sure we shout it from the rooftops as soon as merch has dropped. Yes. So look out this week. But thank you so much for listening or watching, and we will see you next week. Cheers, guys.
See you, guys.